All right. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So I get a question on Adam Kokesh's video, or the one that I did, over game theory and stuff like that, and that evidently people don't understand what it is. Now, let me put it like this. Academia and the universities and everything will tell you about mathematical game theory, and they're trying to quantify. It's real easy. They're trying to take the magic of a completely arbitrary numerical system and assigning those completely arbitrary numerical values to natural things on the hopes that Citizen 1 will interact ABC divided by D plus 9 with Citizen 2 correctly, and that they can predict such a thing by doing that. And it doesn't work. I know it doesn't work because I know about it. Here's the point. If game theory was that fucking good, then I would never know it existed because they would never tell me. Okay? I would get an education, never know about it, and nobody would ever know about it. All right? You just wander around going, hey, and you would never know you were a slave. You would never know it's all bullshit. You'd never know, yeah, see? If it was that fucking good, they've had how many years? About 5,000. If it's that fucking good, I would never know about it. Okay, but at least, I don't know about the universities, don't give a shit about them, because numerical game theory to me is a waste of time. It can, in very strict, limited circumstances, they're trying to design the super systems and the AIs that sit there and they want to quantify movements of groups and everything else, all right? And they try to use forced, farcical logic, fallacious logic onto this when the whole deal is arbitrary in nature to begin with. Now, I'm not going to argue with any motherfucker that comes through here to argue with me over this. All right, fuck you. It's all arbitrary to begin with. It's all bullshit to begin with. All right, it's based on junk fucking models that are based only on shystering. Okay, all right, and here's the deal. It is faith. A shyster cannot fuck you if you do not believe him. Okay, that's what do you people not get? If the Carney Barker says, come see the mummified mermaid, and you say, fuck you, the other guy over here went in and said he paid a fucking nickel and it wasn't worth it. It was you stole his nickel, it so wasn't worth it. And the Carney Barker goes, well, I didn't make you. You did it yourself. Welcome to game theory. Game theory, well, now, except for forced game theory, which is what I would consider to be FBI and CIA. Okay, now I don't mean all the FBI people, God damn it. I mean the FBI people, the NSA people, and the CIA people that have jobs doing just this. Okay, destabilization, restabilization, and everything but balance. Because they want, well, I disagree. You got to have dynamic and static game theory. You know, you got to have more than one singular game theory running at one time. More than one model, in order to, in a way. Not numerically, but I'm talking branch paths, whereas I go, hey, let's take I'm going to just beat on Adam Kokesh for the hell of it. I'm going to use him for all my examples from here on out. Jones is too easy. Alex Jones is too fucking easy. But let's say, okay, Adam Kokesh is sitting there and I'm sitting here. Now, all I have to do is say, A, he's not me, and B, anything that comes out of his mouth means he wants something from me, or he would never speak to me. Yes, that's how easy this is, kids. What does he want from me? Okay, maybe he just wants to. Now, somebody's going to say out there, assholes, well, he's just trying to be nice. No, he's not, motherfucker. What are you, 3 years old? You want to go hug a fucking teddy bear or rabbit out in your fucking yard? What's wrong with you? No, this is a real fucking world. And you're living in a system that's been designed and fucked up on purpose to create fucking Manchurian candidate zombies. The Manchurian candidate's not Obama. It's you, motherfucker. And you don't even know it. Do you know how many patriots that say, I'm awake? No, you ain't, motherfucker. You're the furthest thing from it. You're, what the fuck? You just picked a different model. It's still the same fucking Ponzi scam. And I know that the question, Baron M. asked me, Mr. Baron, asked me, well, what are the models you speak of? Well, it's easy. Let's go a defensive model. Here I am sitting here. Here Adam Kokesh is at my door. What the fuck does he want? Now, hold on a minute. He's on TV all the time, so it ain't going to be good for me. All right, what does he want? He wants something. Okay? What's it going to cost me? All right? And you go from there. I can extrapolate without ever speaking to him, the possibilities of what he's going to want, and extrapolate the possibilities on each decisional choice branch path. Okay? Seriously. And you can do it in your head, and it's really easy. You just have to do it. Okay? Okay. And you're saying, well, if I do this, then A, B, or C could happen. Now, what would my reply be on each A? I'd have 3 choices. B, I'd have 3 choices. C, I'd have 3 choices. So I'd have 9 choices in all to make. Okay, so because we're going with the most probable, not the most improbable. So that is automatically how I know that numerical game theory is utter horseshit, and it would only work in a strictly controlled bullshittery society. All right, that's system gamed and propagandized so much that you literally are a meat robot. Okay, seriously carrying out mechanical tasks with little or no thought, which is why, and you'll freak out, which is why you'll go to work, right, and you'll do a mechanical thing, and you're doing that mechanical thing, and in your head you're going, I don't want to be here. I want to go home and watch TV, or I want to go do anything other than this. Okay, do you not understand what you're doing? You're going, I'm a fucking meat robot. Why am I a meat robot? That makes no fucking sense. Welcome to game theory, because that's what it is. All the emperors have done it. Every fucking president, every fucking founding father, except they didn't call it game theory. They called themselves patriots. They didn't call themselves hucksters and fucking two-bit shysters. That's right. Nobody that fucks other people calls themselves fucking hucksters or two-bit shysters. Do you know a pedophile that calls himself a pedophile? No. Do you call it? Right? It's easy. So when you look at the game theory stuff, that's what I'm saying. So I've made these decisions. Now you'll call it, well, you're not supposed to judge. Yeah, that's an excellent game theory that'll get you fucked. You better believe that I've got to judge. That doesn't mean I have to say it out loud. Don't be a dumbass. You're looking at a guy going, well, hold on. I don't know what he's shooting for here. I can't automatically assume or presume. See, that's a bad deal. I can judge, but I don't necessarily want to automatically presume. So what you do is you lay out all the options in your head and you go, aha, he's going to pick one of these most likely. He's got a 75% chance. And that's not numerical. What I mean is it's most likely following his character that he will go this or that. Or that. Now, the CIA, NSA, FBI, Homeland Security, and everybody will tell you, oh, that's a horrible fucking thing. We quit using that, years ago. No, you didn't, you lying motherfuckers. What you did is you said, that doesn't work. Don't teach that to anybody. Like the bar associate said, that's not the law. Don't teach the old law to nobody. And we know better than that, now don't we? They don't want you to know about it. Because if you do not know about it, you have no defense. All right? Because it would mean, and it's got to start, because a question was asked. Mr. Barron asked me the question, well, how did I come across it? Well, I come across it in a book, and I don't even remember what the name of the book was. It was just Numerical Game Theory, and I was like, but I was a kid back then, man. What the fuck? It was probably Asimov, knowing me, or Arthur C. Clarke. It may have been Arthur C. Clarke, Tales from the White Heart. That's an excellent book. That's some funny shit in it. Anyway, the point being is there is no point other than you know that guy's standing there and he wants something. Now you'll say, well, that's not everybody falls in it. Yes, if a man, let's say you're standing in line and a guy speaks to you. Why is he speaking to you? Well, he wants something, motherfucker. That's how hard this is. He wants entertainment or something of value. Do you understand how this goes? He's wanting a social interaction for a reason. Okay, now that what I'm telling you is that's how you can draw out people that you got to be careful of. You know, it's laying. That's what I'm saying. You lay landmines, you lay logic traps and everything, and you can blow up atheists. You can take down these people. You can shysters and hucksters, because they only deal with fictions and bullshit and hypotheticals. They deal with abstract only bullshit that don't exist. And once you know, then you can set your own traps. And you do as I do, which is, hello, atheist, if you are correct, factually and logically, make me a tree. If you cannot make me a tree using any tool of your choice, magic of science, if you cannot do that, therefore, all of your decision-making processes must be suspect. Well, I can make a computer. I didn't ask you to make me a fake human brain. I asked you to make me a fucking tree. I'll leave it to you to be the tree of your choice. And there are answers when I do that when I do that challenge. I actually will accept choices that you would not think I would accept. But the reason I'll accept it is because it meant that whoever is answering the question said, aha, I'm going to use my head instead of being a fucking parrot and puking up game theory designed by other people. Now, let's take the Jonestown Massacre, right? Let's take this motherfucker here, all right? What the fuck do you think that was? That was a shyster running game theory on his people. Okay, back up. No. What did Hitler do to his fucking people? He calculated the odds of this, and this, and he was approached by this guy, so he set these things into motion. Now some literally fly by the seat of their fucking pants. They literally do. They don't know what the fuck's going to happen. They just roll the fucking dice on each decision. I don't care. If I roll it this way, I won't extrapolate on this decision. I won't even look into the future. I won't even try to figure it out. I'm just going to roll the fucking dice, and let's see how she falls. There's nothing wrong with that, because nobody that I am aware of, short of one or two, well, maybe the Oracle of Delphi, maybe, some of those oracles, not just Delphi, mind you, okay, assuming everything on her, Socrates probably could have. Plato could have within a limited communistic society. Okay? Seriously. All right. Oh, by the way, oligarchy, plutarchy, fascism, communism, they're all the same fucking thing, people. I don't get why people argue over that shit. You know, I'm a minarchist. You're a fucking crackhead, is what you are. That's what you are. You're either a fucking zombie or you ain't. That's all there is to that shit. So, anyway, let me move on with the game theory, because it was a legitimate and honest question, and I do not ever mind legitimate and honest questions. So, what do you want to know on game theory? Now, you've got the system selling of the game theory, and what did I tell you about higher education? You cannot run seriously fucked up social models, generation after generation, on fucking people and expect them to produce tools of any worth that ain't fucking crooked. And I've said this over and over. A crooked system and crooked teachers that were taught by the crooked system who teach crooked fucking, or teach students who could have been straight or boundless or possibly limitless, but instead you teach them the crooked fucking system, then all you're going to get is crooked fucking kids making crooked fucking machines to create crooked fucking tools. All right, now that's well fucking known, man. That's Bernie Mandeville, Philly Freneau, Smith, West. Take your fucking pick. Take your fucking pick. Go read some of the Oracle of Delphi stuff. Go read Socrates, Herodotus, Aristophanes. There's others. Go read their stuff. It's real easy. They were products of their fucking time, right? And you say, well, they're a genius. Can you imagine what they would have been without somebody fucking with their heads? It could have been a lot. But there again, there was a time in Greece where it was a little bit looser. You had to be rich to sit on your ass all day and, quote, invent, unquote. Or especially, like Mollynuts, quote, pseudo-philosophy, unquote. Right? Where what you do is you just parrot the same bullshit and you puke it up on a platter. What Mollynuts is actually doing, he's not selling anything fucking new. He's selling a game theory that's really old. And what a shyster will do is see a trend emerging and try to beat you to the door. That's what he's doing. Come on, people. That's what the fuck Mollynuts and the others are doing. They're saying, I'm going to roll the dice. I'm going to put $75 down that this is going to happen, and I'll be standing here when it does, and I'll make a ton of fucking money. That's what Mollynuts and the others do. Because they certainly don't sell actual freedom, now do they? Now think hard on that. What do they actually sell? What I tell you about crooked systems making crooked teachers teaching crooked students who make crooked tools. That's real easy. What the fuck are they actually selling? They're selling the system. They're still not awake, and they still don't know it. They can talk about, well, money's fake and gold and silver's fake, but they still don't get it. They still don't get it. That's why I like Mr. Alan Watt. He gets it. All right? He's one of the few I ever met. And I'm not a fan of Bill Cooper. I'm sorry, people. And I like Good Fight uploads. I like a good fight. I'm not a fan of Bill Cooper, but then again, I haven't went through all of his stuff. I don't do the UFO stuff or the chemtrail stuff. But from what I understand, his very beginning work was really good stuff. I haven't got to that yet. But Bill Cooper was one of them in the beginning. I ain't interested in other bullshit. For example, everybody bitches about, everybody will say, well, let's say the Southerners will say, here's a game theory. I love this shit. I love this shit. Everybody will say, fuck Abraham Lincoln, the son of a bitch. And then the Northerners will go, we love him. You do know that son of a bitch not only busted the Constitution in more ways than I can count, he decided to make himself king and then just make his own fucking currency. Where's that in the Constitution? Interesting. So he busted all that fucking shit and then decided to put you back under it? I don't think I'll trust that shit. No, he busted up the fucking system. I'm not part of it no more. That's all there is to that, all right? Now stop. Everybody backs JFK on that fucking executive order which holds no fucking water outside the military. You can claim martial law all you fucking want. There ain't no troops on my fucking street, so it can't be martial law. It can be economic martial law. What the fuck does that mean to me? It means anything inside the jurisdiction of the United States is under economic martial law. Does that stop the black market? No. No. Because their jurisdiction ain't here, is it? All right, so that's easy. So everybody goes, yay, JFK, Executive Order 11-11-11-101, whatever. You do know that he was literally saying he was king and he could make his own fucking currency. Seems to me he got his ass shot just like Lincoln, huh? Both of them were attempting to break the Constitution. You be very fucking careful when you back JFK. I didn't say I didn't like him. What? Somebody could talk. Can't they all? There ain't nothing special in that. All right. So, anyway, that's game theory for you. That's game theory. Southerners would instantly kill Abraham Lincoln. But not over him busting the Constitution to unlawfully make his own fucking currency. Unlawfully. He could have just wrote a fucking piece of paper and made money. But he didn't do that. No, he made a new currency. Think about what that means. Who uses a currency? You do, dumbass. So, he didn't just need the money for himself. Now, did he? Now, be real careful on this fucking shit. All right, now you'll hate Lincoln, but you'll love JFK when he did the same exact fucking thing. Right? You'll say he was fighting the banks. No, he wasn't. He was trying to take over this motherfucker, son. And I don't want the Kennedys being king. No, fuck that. In fact, there's a whole bunch of them that died over that, evidently. In fact, Teddy fucking Kennedy was too chicken shit to run for president over it, and I don't blame him. I don't blame you. I don't think he'd lived too awful fucking long. They were way too nice, Ted, that fucking drunk Kennedy anyway, Teddy. Never did like that son of a bitch. And the only man I know kill a fucking woman and get away with it. Yet if I killed a man, they'd string me from a fucking tree. I wouldn't even make it to trial. Right? Yeah, so fuck you too, United States Corporation. I noticed your morals are seriously fucking lacking, so don't try to tell me what is and what ain't sin when it comes to that. So anyway, as you noticed, when you look at the Massachusetts model, let's take Massachusetts on the Puritan models, and that's what it is. It's a game theory model. The guy that owns the fucking colony, he shows up and says, hello. He raises his hand and says, everybody that's not white, raise your hand. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, you're out. Right? I claim this is mine. Okay? I'm backed by the London fucking company. That'd probably be the Bank of London, dumbasses. And I'm going to get me some money. Hey, dumbass, send me some money. Now, hold on. Who the fuck's he going to give the money to in a colony? He going to give it to the fucking Indians? They don't want it. They were doing wampum. That's why Massachusetts didn't get any bigger than what it was. Because the Indians are like, I don't want your fucking money. Big fucking deal. Right? Well, I like food. I like teepees. I like this. I don't want that shit. Give me something worth the fuck. And they're going, the scam won't work on them. But the scam will work on their own dumbasses. Hey, King. Hey, King. Is there a civil war going on? Well, yes, there is, dumbass. You ought to know you helped start a shit. I'll tell you what, man. Send them motherfuckers over on a boat as indentured servants. Just round them motherfuckers up. Press gang them in the fucking streets. Send them over here. And what we'll do is say, you're free. They were persecuting you over there, motherfucker. They were persecuting you. So what we'll do is you must be Puritan here, or we'll fucking put you in the stocks and kill you. Or as Alex Jones rightfully said today, they'll pillory you or scarlet letter you. Shame you. You understand what I mean? And we'll pay you money. And we'll allow you to work for me because I'm the boss because I fucking said so. Now, remember on my Welcome to the Corporation video about Roger Williams coming in and saying, hey, man, fuck all of you. Your paper ain't no fucking good. You can't possibly tell me that fucking piece of paper, that piece of paper you're showing everybody means you actually own this. And they said, ooh, you better get the fuck out of here, Roger Williams, or we'll kill you. All right? Because scam artists hate getting called out in public. Don't they, Alex Jones? I ain't saying he's scam artists. No, I would never say that. I would never say a whole bunch of people that kept changing their fucking stories. Right. Anyway, the point is. So, here comes the free labor. Oh, fuck, you just pay them in what? Gold and silver? Oh, it's money, it's money, it's money. What the fuck do Indians want with gold and silver? So, basically, you get a shitload of inmates and dregs of society that were just broke, man, just fucking broke because the system broke them, right? And said, oh, shit, we got to have company labor. That's game theory, man, people. That's what it is. It is a panopticonic game theory. It's a choice game theory, not numerical. Mind you, watch. Panis opticona fide. It's real easy. A confidence game is a con artist, a confidence artist. He needs your faith. He needs you to believe him. That's all there is to this. So asshole over here saying we have a great colony. No, it's a fucking shit. It's a joke, right? You just need fucking cheap labor. You can even be a citizen and go to church every Sunday or we'll kill you, right? At the fucking Salem witch trials. Now you get what the Salem witch trials are really about. Nowhere in the Bible does it say you stake a motherfucker out and cook them. Not even in the Old Testament, which is not no part of the Bible anyway. It's old and new, just ain't the same fucking thing. No matter what I say, nobody gets that. Anyway, the point being, and it's not the Jews' fault, thank you very much, but everybody blames the Jews for that one. I don't mean Christ. I mean that specific melding of the books. You can thank Constantine for that shit. Anyway, moving along. You got to get the people in there. You got to do that shit. You got to shyster. So what you do is the panopticon. It's a prison of the mind, the prisoner dilemma. All right. Now, Mr. Watt would tell you, and I've heard other people say they don't really There are some that get it. Mr. Watt's one of them that gets it. The short television series, The Prisoner. Okay, it's an English. I can't remember the guy that was in it. It was a really good one. I really liked that show. It's weird as fuck, man. The ending's weird as fuck. But literally, it's the prisoner dilemma. Is that whole motherfucker. And they were showing people on TV in the 60s what they were doing to them right then. Because that was the rise of the Cold War game theory. And I will not, because it can be dangerous shit. I will not explain force multiplication and weaponization game theory. Okay, I'm not going to explain that because that can actually get people hurt on that. Because the point is, there are some things you just have to figure out yourself. Okay, you do have to figure it out yourself. Because shyster in the most interesting fucking way. They're the inmates that you got to be careful of. All right, those are the ones that everybody needs to get together and take a fucking nightstick to. Serious, not your cops. No. That's what I'm saying about your government. Your government draws those sumbitches in there because it's a game theory built by shysters, and it draws shysters like moths to a fucking flame. So when they go in there, you can automatically know it ain't in your best fucking interest, and especially when they speak to you. On your TV, Mitt Romney and all them, no, son, you ain't no fucking friend of mine. No, negatory. All right, because I know what the fuck's going to happen. I already know that. That's real easy. I've done the game paths on that one, and fuck that. That ain't going to work. That's not how this is going to work. All right? So, when you're talking about game models, remember, panopticonic is choice-driven, not numeric-driven. Okay? Numeric-driven is for a very closed-off society like in The Prisoner. Okay? That don't fucking work unless you live in a very, very tight prison. A waterproof fucking prison. A spirit-proof prison. And it doesn't fucking work because atheism has not taken root. Okay? Hardcore zealot religionism has, on the other hand, and it'll work with that. So you got to be careful. That's where you go, ha. See, y'all are not planning for the third and fourth sides of this, and you're fucked. You're fucked because your game theory only works in very specific subsets. Yeah, you missed it. You missed this. It's okay. It's going to cost them. It ain't going to cost me nothing. They'll cease to exist going, they fucked us. It was, anyway, the point. Jumping back. Panopticon is really easy. Panopticon fide. All right, it's a bread of choice. All right, that's what it is. An option. Bread options of faith. Okay. The way I explain it is, it's you and another guy, and he's standing at the table, and you've got wheat, rye. Let's go to the Subway route. Cheese, bread stuff, cheese on, the nice bread, the one you say, yeah, fuck it, toast that, that's pretty good bread. But anyway, so on and so forth. It's not your bread, dude. It's not your table, and that other guy ain't you. Why is he offering you those choices of fucking bread? Well, in fact, what the fuck are you doing standing in the same room with him? See, you would say, rye or wheat or the cheese one, especially the cheese one. Instead of saying, what the fuck am I doing in the room? Who is this guy? What's he trying to fuck me out of? I've heard of this guy. I don't know this guy. It's one, right? You got to go, wait a minute. That's why I mentioned the Matrix when Neo talks to the architect. The way I see it, okay, the way I see it, is epic fail. And I don't mean the movie. And I don't mean the story. I mean, it's epic fail that people don't get that all Neo did was exactly what the architect wanted him to do. There were no choices. I mean, the choices that were offered to him were limited. But see, what Neo didn't do was just kill the architect, destroy the fucking Matrix, and build. No, he didn't even consider that. Didn't consider that at all. Because the architect was sitting there saying, you're so stupid, I already know what's going to happen, so here, do one of these two things. If Neo was in the Matrix, he could have built another Trinity and put it in the other. See, hold on, he was the chosen one. What does that mean? It means he never looked at all his options. He just said, there's very limited things I can do with unlimited power. Very interesting. So, or the way I see it. Now, I like the architect, because the architect's going, I already know. I already know because I'm going to tell you I built you. And you will agree with me because I said so. What do you not get on that, kids? What do you not get? He offered him one choice right then, and Neo took it. The architect didn't build and design him any more than anything else did. Or whatever god or gods built and designed everything. What I'm saying is, what the fuck is it? People don't get that. That shit's not real. That's a hypothetical deal. And you'll find the scam artists love the fiction and the fantasy. So anyway, The Matrix is, I like the Matrix movies. I just don't get why people didn't get that. And I actually watched that scene with the architect a whole bunch of times. Just to see, I want to know what the people who did the movie, I was interested in what they were shooting for. So I don't know if it was intentional or not, but I do know that they only showed a very limited amount of choices. Okay? All right, and here's the deal. I can tell you there's an unlimited amount of choices. You're the one that's got to decide on how many choices you've got in any given situation, instead of an asshole at a college running ABC squares, 1, 2, 3, and 4, divided by algebraic trigonometric, right, bullshittery. And those are the only options you got. No, that's the only options I've got in a fiction of a man-made bullshit society, with crooked idiots that were taught by crooked morons to create crooked tools. All right? All right. Okay. That's how hard it is. That's how hard it is. I can't add nothing else to it other than that's what game theory is. It boils down to how to fuck somebody. How do I fuck that other guy? That's what that is. And it's always the same fucking people. And they always make themselves sound intelligent by rephrasing, redefining, reterming, and recoining the same fucking game over and over and over. And it's always simple scams. Here, take this money for that. Tomorrow it's here, take this money for that. And oh, by the way, it's the law. And the day after that is here, take this money for that. It's the law. And oh, you got to pay taxes, because that's not your money. Yes, kids, that's how hard it is. That's fucking game theory. It's a scam. Now, game theory models are complete or more. They can be small models or big models or billions of fucking models or millions. All right, now that's what they get into with the numerical stuff, right? Because they use a computer to run a whole bunch of shitload of models at one time. Okay. Really, really super complicated. Try to track traffic patterns and etc. like that. Nothing wrong with that. But before it ever occurs, okay? And they'll say, well, that was built on observable data. Yeah, but what you're trying to do is prophecy via fallacious logic. Okay? You can no more tell me what happens tomorrow than a man in the moon. And since there's no man in the moon, you can't tell me what's going to happen tomorrow. Okay? That's real easy. Get in your time machine, go to tomorrow, and bring me back some documentation. And when you come back, I'll verify the documentation, and then I'll believe what the fuck you say. But until tomorrow, I ain't going to trust you, motherfucker, because you're the one getting paid to tell me this shit. Ain't nobody paying me. So that's easy, isn't it? It's real easy. Anyway, the numerical stuff is interesting and can be used. The choice-driven prisoner dilemmas and everything like that. The problem is that's fucking Freud, Jungian, all them kooks, man, the whack job motherfuckers, the eugenicists. That's what that shit is. Eugenicists is a game theory model, peoples. And once you get into a now this is what Alan Watt and the others talk about. That's very, very true. Orwell and everybody else. It's a game theory model, and eugenicists mixed with, as it says in Fruit of the Family Tree, the video I did on that, this is the top of the, quote, social sciences, unquote, which is the magic of bullshittery. Okay? How do we get to where we want to go when we know nobody else wants to go there? How do we fuck them? How do we make them want to do that for us? That's why I said they're never going to come and take your guns. They don't need to. They're going to talk you into doing it, and you're going to fucking do it. See, you're too far gone, people. That's the way that goes. That's the way that goes. And you'll say, no, they won't. And I'll say, take a pistol, go stand outside in your yard, and when the cop drives by, ask him, hey, cop, are you going to try to take my gun? And he's probably going to say, no. And he's going to leave. All right? That's it. That's all there is to this. But you're trying to go around it by saying, they're coming for me. They're coming for me in the FEMA camps. No, they ain't. I've said it before. They're not outside my door. Do you seriously think the NSA, the CIA, and the FBI don't know who the fuck I am? Really? After repeated emails. All right, that I sent their way. The Fed Reserve knows who the fuck I am. The White House knows who the fuck I am. If there was all this shit in Disneyland, their black helicopters would be butt-probing cows in my fucking yard, and they're not. Do you understand what they're doing to your minds? No, you don't. It's game theory. This propaganda is a specific model. And it's designed, instead of on just one man, though they do run game theory models on singular individuals that takes years. Years. Yes, I do know that for a fact, too. The point is, they do it in general. And in order to do an in general where they can drive masses or split a mass and drive it in 2 or 3 directions. Yeah, right. See? Or split kooks from the mass. Well, here's the deal. What if you're a fucking kook and you're doing that? Well, that's a fucked up game model. Welcome to the corporation. You've got kooks running the motherfucker that, well, let's say they're kooks to begin with, as is well known. Neuralanis said it, Mr. Alan Watts said it. Psychotic motherfuckers, man, sociopaths, that are running this game show. I mean, even at your local fucking levels. And you got to realize that if they're doing that, what the fuck do you think is in their heads from the propaganda and the social reconstruction shit? The eugenicists, the psychologists, the academia kook nutjob motherfuckers that'll take money and actually spout their game theory as if it's real. It's real world. The Red Scare. Yeah. I mean, I can't tell you people how much of this stuff is bullshit. I can say it's bullshit and I can point it out, but there's some stuff I don't point out because some of you enjoy watching that type of stuff, and I don't say nothing about it because that's me being nice and saying, hey, you know, I like you, so I just ain't going to say nothing at all. I know what it is, therefore that's all I need to know. Anybody else that does the questioning, you got to do the questioning. Use your fucking head. That's all there is to this. You know? I'm not saying I'm smart. I'm saying it's real fucking easy. If a man shows up and he speaks, what the fuck does he want? They've taken that out of your head. They turned that motherfucker off. Reverend Billy Talon, it ain't your switch, bitch. That's what this is. It's real easy. They're inside your fucking head. Turn it off. What did they take out of your head? You have to look. You have to look in your own fucking mind and say, what am I missing? What do I not? I don't understand this. Why do I not understand how to work on a lawnmower? It's because of you. Well, why is money so complicated? It's because of you. And it's the dickhead putting his lobotomy probe in your fucking head. Through propaganda, books, you name it. All the books that I read are fucking propaganda. They all are. They all are. They're always going to be. Because you don't write that motherfucker, man. It's the same thing as fiction because they were created by the same fucked up system that created you by the same fucked up people that created it. Okay, that's all there is to it. That's all there is to it. And Stephen Molyneux, what the fuck would he know about freedom? And I got to throw this in because Pontifex Magnanimous did a little deal. Yeah, Stefbot's pissed off. He's pissed off because somebody can step up and say, you're full of shit, dude. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. That's right, because he's pandering what? What is he pandering? I'm telling you, don't buy bullshit and you can't get fucked. All right? Don't buy game theory that ain't yours and they won't fuck you. Okay? Really, when the motherfucker shows up at your doorstep with pots and pans telling you how fucked up your life is because of everyone else. Don't buy his pots and pans. Tell him your pots and pans are no more worth a fuck than you are. I don't know you. Your shit is fucking a joke, and it's low quality. It's not even good game theory. Get the fuck off my porch. The reason your life sucks is because of you. Okay, that's all there is to this shit. All right, so anyway, that motherfucker's got spiders in his head. They need to tree pan that motherfucker so he can let the demons out. But anyway, that's the end of that. That's the end of game theory. That's how hard this shit is. Okay, that's how hard it is. They'll tell you it's complicated. Why? Why are they telling you a simple scam is fucking complicated? A simple scam since the dawn of fucking time when the mud hut went up against, right next to the river, and the guy started fucking running a whorehouse out of it, right? And Joe Blow comes through and says, I don't want to pay for that motherfucker, so what I'll tell him is I'm the sheriff. And if he don't let me have free hookering, I'm going to burn his fucking hut down and shoot some of his girls. That's what this is, man. That is.